Councillor Williams, I think would just like to get that.
Just before we start here, I would like to propose that filming be not allowed for these. We've had clear guidance here that filming should not be allowed. There's a number of guidance notes, so I'd like to propose that filming is not allowed for this meeting tonight.
I'll second that, Chair.
You second that, right? Any comments from anybody on that? Yes, please.
Can I just ask what your reasons are?
Well, yes.
Before you start, we have actually had quite a few reasons recorded, so I'm just curious as to why.
Well, we've had clear guidance on this. Here we are. On the other hand, ostentatiously filming and recording events from the gallery would be regarded as disorderly, disruptive, or otherwise. It is unsettling and aggressive to point a camera at someone in addition, and significantly members would know as they were being filmed. We would have no control over the way the film was taken, edited, or reproduced, and I think that's quite clear.
Well, just as an aside, I was in standards the other night, and they were discussing the cost of filming and recording all council meetings as long as the councils do that. And I have to say, I mean, obviously it's not going to go ahead because the council has a lot of money, but I don't think it's that there's a problem.
Chair.
Hang on a second, just let's not lose control. I think, yes, I think you're next, and then I'll ask David to come. Yes, ma'am.
As well as that might be about filming council proceedings, yes, it could be used, but that would be filmed by the council with full control by the committee. Can you let me finish, please? Can you let me finish, please? So it would be in full control of the council.
Right, well, I think... sorry, continue. Sorry.
But this, yes, but as Jerry said, as Councillor Williams said, we wouldn't have any control over it. We wouldn't know whether it be edited or whatever the gentleman's going to do with the film. And I think it is quite inappropriate to just come along with the camera without any prior warning. Just start filming.
Can I just say to Councillor...
I'm in no rush, but I want my say again.
Right, well, I'll ask you again.
Yeah, well, the advice notice from Sergi Thorpe was listen to anything else they meant.
Fine. Councillor Mitchell.
Thank you. From that, in relation to that particular notice, the passages that you read out, what was the final recommendation to the Cabinet or to the Council when that was actually dealt with? And I remind you why you're looking at it. I just remind you why you're looking it up. If you look behind myself and your good self, you will see that there were cameras here. And for 18 months, every planning committee was filmed by the local authority. Again, it goes back to the comment. Did I interrupt you guys? Again, it goes back to the comments that Leah made before. It was stopped because of financial issues. But I don't see anything wrong in it being filmed because I know I've got nothing to hide.
Well, Dave, as I said, obviously you have your interpretation on things, but we have ours, and that's our opinion.
Right, well, that makes it quite clear. Ken Abrams has gone out now to get a legal ruling on what we should and should not.
That is the legal procedure took.
Yeah, well, yes, but we're not going to have a long debate on this. Ken Abrams is the legal officer who is advising this committee. He is the one who needs to decide either yes or no. It's not my decision, it's his decision, yes or no, whether filming can continue for this particular case.
It's the members' decision. There's a proposal and a seconder.
Right, okay. Well, all those in favour are following.
Can I wait until I get
wait for the legal officer to come back. We will wait for the legal officer to come back. So while we're waiting for that, if he did say he'd come back very quickly, I will ask for members' code of conduct declarations.
Before that, Chair, can I have the answer that I promised to the Labour spokesperson?
Yeah.
I mean, the situation is quite clear. We're going from the guidance. You can interpret the guidance one way, and we can interpret it the other day. But that's our interpretation. We don't allow filming.
My final question to you is, what was the recommendation at the end of that comment that you made?
Well, it's not this guidance, clear guidance notes here, okay? We're going on the guidance notes, and that's how.
Hang on, no, hang on, one person at a time, please. One person at a time.
That's how we're interpreting the guidance notes.
Right, well, I am prepared to wait for whether we shall allow filming to continue on this occasion. I want a yes or no, please.
Well, I think the position is that what we should do is what was followed last evening was to read out the advice on the town what the position is and take it over.
They've never seen it. You haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
So that's
Read it. That's what we need to do.
Please, can we just have no contribution from the audience, please? So, this is the full advice note.
that's the relevant.
What do you want me to read?
The page there to express what the framework was, what the issues are, the fact that members of the public have no right to film to record the meeting, and it's a matter for yourself and the members as to whether.
Okay, so I will read this out and we take a vote in accordance with what was said previously. This is slightly confusing for everybody, but I'm going to go through the process. The advice note, filming and recording by the public at council committee meetings. Introduction. Advice is sought in relation to the filming and recording of council committee meetings, particularly cabinet meetings. Currently, a member of the public attends many council meetings, including most cabinet meetings, and sets up video and recording equipment in the public gallery. Concerns, comments have been raised by cabinet members concerning this practice, and as a number of cabinet members find it unnerving and disruptive. Bob Neal MP wrote the council leaders on the 23rd of February 2011 concerning the issue of filming and recording of committee meetings, and the letter is reproduced at Appendix A. Issues. Since there are two questions that arise. First, must the council allow members of the public attending cabinet meetings or other council meetings to film or record them? That's a question, by the way. Second, can the council cabinet prevent members of the public doing so? Another question. Legal framework. The local authorities executive arrangement meetings and access to information England regulations 2012 SI 2012 number 2089 in brackets the regulations are the relevant statutory provisions. The regulations came into force on the 10th of September 2012, so that's this year. Consideration should also be given to the DCLG press release on the regulations dated the 23rd of August, reproduced in Appendix 2. The regulations permit members of the public to attend council committee meetings, subject to some exceptions. 11. Although the regulations say, inverted commas, any person attending the meeting for the purpose of reporting the proceedings is, so far as practicable, to be offered reasonable facilities for taking their report, end inverted commas. They also say, open inverted commas, nothing in these regulations requires a decision-making body to permit the taking of any photographs of any proceedings or the use of any means to enable persons not present to see or hear any proceedings, open brackets, whether this time or later, close brackets, or the making of any oral report on any proceedings as they take place, close brackets, regulation 24C in brackets. Therefore, members of the public have no right to film or record the meeting. That is the legal advice that I've just provided.
Yeah. I mean, through Chair, the position, as far as my understanding is, clearly this is an issue which has only arisen a few moments ago, but clearly the key question that has to be considered is whether members find filming, particularly in the manner it is currently undertaken, as to be intrusive, unnerving or problematic, that it interferes with committee process and proceedings. If it does, then the chair and committee can make a determination as to whether that filming should cease, and that effectively is the current position.
So, following on from that, and wanting to take back, we've already had a proposal from Jerry Williams, seconded by Michael Sullivan, that proceedings shall cease, the video proceedings shall cease forthwith. I'm now going to put that to the vote. All those in favour of that proposal? All those against? I'm abstaining from that.